right. We have about 4 more people that we're waiting for, but it is about 6. So if they're not here in the next couple seconds or maybe 30 seconds or so, I'll get started because you guys are here on time. I'm sure you got to get to work or do stuff with your kids or something. So we'll give them another minute and then we'll start. I'll tell you guys this now. You guys, if you have a block would help. And I would keep one, if you have 2, sorry, 2 would help. If not, then keep your 1 block probably closer to the back of the mat. And give yourself a little bit of space though on either side of your mat. So just have it handy in case you needed to grab it. I have like 1 at the back of the mat, and then I'll have like 1 or 2 at the front of the mat. I'll try and see if I can remind everybody else as they come in. But I guess that would be helpful if you had 1 block at the back and at least 1 at the front. All right, so why don't we get started? I know we're still might be waiting for a couple people, but let's get started. We're gonna come onto your backs. So just lying down, roll down onto your back, wiggle your body from side to side. Come to your backs.
I just muted everybody.
Oh, you did, thanks. Come onto your backs. And at first, let your body just go. Let your body just relax here on your back. Take a deep breath in. Feel the rib cage rise. Exhale it out. And as you exhale, keep exhaling until the body feels like it's melting into the mat. And then inhale again and allow the body to feel like it's lifting. And then exhale again and just feel all that stale air come out. Keep breathing out, breathing out. 3rd time, breathe in, almost like the heart is lifting you up. And then exhale, 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 let it all go. Start your normal breathing in and out through the nose. And notice what you're focusing on. Notice where your mind is going. Are you focused on your breath? Are you focused on, maybe you're still tired? You're focused on, did I get everything ready for my practice? Or what do I have to do later? Just notice what you're focusing on. What are you putting your energy into? And then just for a moment, take your energy, take your focus to your feet. And just start to wiggle your toes. And then let the toes turn towards the ceiling. And then you're feeling as if you're standing on the floor. Activate your feet. Your focus now to your feet. And then take the focus to the legs. And pull the muscles in towards the bones and allow the legs to activate and feel strong. And then let your focus move its way to your hips. And notice that evenness of your hips as you lie here on the mat. And as you breathe in, notice your spine, that natural curve of your spine as you're lying on the mat, maybe just a little bit of space between your lower back and the floor. Take that focus to your shoulders, resting, but then activating, reaching through the arms. And then breathing in, neck turns longer, reaching through the top of the crown of the head. And then close your eyes as your body feels strong. And take your focus now to your 3rd eye with your eyes closed. Breathe in and out, and focus just on your 3rd eye. Your attention is so powerful. Companies will pay millions of dollars for just 30 seconds of it. Where focus goes, energy goes. Power is in deliberately placing your focus on what you love to do with the intention of growth. By doing so, you will grow your own dreams, ideas, and your life. When you learn how to focus your energy, amazing things can happen. Take another breath in and out, still focusing on your third eye. Breathe in and let it go. Slowly sliding the feet up the mat, bending the knees and then drawing the knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Rock a little side to side, side to side, and then extend the legs up to the sky. Point and flex the toes. Let the arms rest down the sides of the body. As you point the toes, take the focus to the toes pointing towards the ceiling. And then flex the feet and focus on pressing the heels towards the ceiling. Point the toes and flex the toes. Flex the feet. One more point and flex. And then bend the knees and draw the knees to the chest. Take your arms into cactus arms. Take a breath in. As you exhale, let the knees fall to the left. Right, gaze to the left. Just be here for a moment. Focusing on exhaling and twisting a little deeper. And then inhale and bring the knees back through center. As you exhale, let them fall to the left. Take the gaze to the right. Focus on the exhaling and the twist. And we inhale, bring the knees back into center. As you exhale, we're going to let the legs fall to the right. Let's start to extend your left leg long to the right side. And then your right hand is going to catch the left leg, maybe at the calf. And then activate your left foot. So maybe flex the left foot. Use your right hand to draw the left leg a little closer to the back of the mat. Breathe. Exhale and twist a little deeper. Maybe lift that leg a little more towards the back of the mat. And then bend back into your left knee. Bring the knees through center. Inhale as you exhale to the left. Gaze to the right. Extend your right leg long. Catch it with the left hand. Flex your right foot. Press through the heel. And use your left hand to guide the leg a little bit more towards the back of the mat. Take a breath in. As you exhale, soften your body towards the right as the leg goes to the left. Bend the right knee, bring the knees through center, take the legs to the sky, arms down the sides of the body this time. Press the palms into the mat, pull the belly button towards the spine. We're going to point your right toe and let the right leg just lower towards the earth. Keep your left foot flexed. And then flex your right foot and bring it back up to meet the left. Keeping your right foot flexed, point the left toe, let the left leg lower. Flex your left foot and draw it back up to meet. 2 more times. Right toe points, let it lower, hover before it reaches the mat, flex the foot and bring it back up. Left toe points, lower towards the mat, pause, flex the foot and bring it back up. Always focusing not just on the feet, but on the belly button to the spine. Point your right toe, lower down, last time, hold, flex the foot and pause. Now squeeze and bring the leg right back up to meet the left. Point your left toe, lower down, hold it at the bottom, flex the foot, and then bring it back up. We're going to bend into the knees, take the arms out to the sides, breath in. As you exhale, take the right arm under the left and give yourself a squeeze. So reaching maybe for the shoulder blades first, lining up the elbows, and then bringing the backs of the palms to touch or wrapping for eagle arms. We're going to move with eagle arms through bicycle crunches. So your right knee comes into the chest, your left leg extends long. And maybe here you flex the foot or point the toe and see how that feels for you, whichever one you choose. We're going to lift the shoulders off the mat and take a breath out and let the elbows come to the right knee. And then inhale through center, switch legs and let the elbows come to the left knee. And keep breathing in through center and exhaling and switching and twisting. We have 5, 4, 3, keep pressing the fingers away from you, 2, and 1. Knees to the chest, arms open wide, breath in. Exhale, left arm under the right this time. Reach back for the shoulder blades. Give yourself a big hug. Line the elbows up, backs to the palms touch, wrapping the hands if you can. Now lifting the elbows, letting the elbows come in line with the shoulders, press the fingers away. And we're going to start this time with the right leg long and the left knee in. Lift the shoulders off the mat, elbows towards the left knee, inhaling through center and exhaling to switch. Keep going through your bicycle crunches with these eagle arms. Yeah, 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees to the chest, release the arms, legs to the sky. Cross the right leg over the left at the thigh. And bend the knees, lifting up, reach for the shins, draw the shins towards the back of the mat, flex your feet, and then lower the shoulders to the earth for a Gomukhasana stretch. We're going to keep your legs crossed, release the hands, wrap the legs for eagle if you can. Take your left toe down to the mat, and we're going to lift the hips and shift them to the left, shift them to the right, and let the legs fall to the left. Take your gaze to the right, and if it's too intense, just unwrap the legs. And we'll come back to center, shift the hips to neutral, unwrap the legs, bring them to the sky. Left leg crosses over the right at the thigh, bend the knees, reach up. Take your Gomukhasana legs, pull the shins towards the back of the mat, flex the feet. Feel the left outer hip and thigh. And then wrap all the way if you can for eagle. Tap the right toe down, and we're gonna let the hips go to the left this time, knees to the right. Breathe in and then exhale, soften. Try not to hold too tight here. And then come back to neutral, unwind the legs, bring the knees into the chest, and we're gonna start to rock and roll, cross the legs, roll over your shins, and come to all 4s. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and you can do your cat and cow here any way you want. If you feel like your spine feels a little stiff today, go in a circular motion. If you feel like you want your regular cat and cow, because you like how that feels, take a couple of regular cat and cows. But notice, what are your feet doing? What is your tailbone doing? So maybe you try curl the toes under as you dip the belly, and as you exhale, press into the tops of the feet to activate the core. Feel the body, and what you do in certain ways will change how your body reacts. And then we're going to pause. Keep your right hand on the mat. We're going to peel the left arm up to the sky. Look to the left thumb. Left hip sticks out. Reach up a little higher. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to unwind. Left hand stays. Right arm peels up. Look up towards the right thumb. And then unwind. Curling your toes under, find a little bit of a cow pose here. And then rocking back, come to the balls of the feet. And then start to lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. Maybe even come up onto the toes, bend the knees, and then tip your tailbone a little bit more towards the ceiling, thinking a little bit more cow pose here. And then straighten the legs, lower the heels. Shake your head yes and no. Feel your fingerprints in the mat, gripping the mat. If you're holding onto a jar, take another breath in and let it go. Looking back towards your feet, make sure that your heels sway a little bit outward so that you can't see your heels. And then try and ground down on the heels and lift your toes. And then if you need a little bend in the knees, take a little bend in the knees, or if you can't lift them so high, that's fine. Take another breath in, and then exhale, release your toes to the mat. Walk your way maybe about halfway back so that the heels now come to the mat easily. Separate your feet as wide as the mat. Take a breath in. As you exhale, take the right hand to your left leg.
And let the hands slide down towards the ankle if you can. And then pull with your right hand. Look underneath your left armpit. Take another breath. And release your right hand. Left hand comes to the right leg. Slide it down as low as you can to the ankle. And then pull with the left hand. Look underneath your right armpit. Try and look up towards the ceiling if you can. Pressing into the right hand, lengthening through the right hip. And then inhale, unwind. As you exhale, walk all the way towards the back of the mat. Grab opposite elbows, hang in ragdoll, and sway from side to side. So sometimes we find stillness and sometimes we find movement. So today for our ragdoll, you just sway from side to side, side to side. And then release the fingerprints and walk them a little over to the right leg, lift and lengthen, exhale, fold a little more over the right leg. And come back through center to the left leg, lift and lengthen, exhale, fold towards the left leg. We'll come back into center, inhale, find your length. As you exhale, heel toe your feet towards one another. Ground down on the feet, bend the knees, bring your hands to the hips. And with a flat back, come to rise, send the arms up, inhale. As you exhale, hands to heart center, mountain pose. Now find your mountain pose like you did on your back, but now standing. Rooting down with the feet and working your way up the body, taking your focus with you to each body part as you notice it as it rises up towards the crown of the head. Inhale and exhale. Take the arms up, breath in. As you exhale, send the arms forward. Inhale. As you exhale, peel your right arm back and take the gaze to the right and to the right thumb. Let that right arm come up and over, meet the left hand. Take a breath in. As you exhale, peel the left arm back. Take your gaze to your left thumb. Try to keep the hips in even. Try the rest of the body, lower body into Tadasana. Left arm up and over. Breath in, sweep it up. And exhale, dive to the earth. Inhale, find your length. And as you exhale, walk it back to plank pose. Now if you need to separate your feet just a little bit, do so. Find this plank pose, nice and strong. Round a little in the upper back, let the tailbone tip down. Find a cat pose here, breath in. As you exhale, lower down your knees, your chest, your chin. Slide forward and through and onto your belly and pause. Right leg lifts, reach it long. Left leg lifts, reach it long. Press into the tops of the feet. Kneecaps lift. Heavy the hips, and then walk the hands a little towards the lower rib cage. As you inhale, roll the body up. Take the gaze just out in front of the mat. Find your focal point there. Draw the elbows in towards the spine and the shoulders from the ears. Lowering down, come through a child's pose. Curl your toes under in your child's pose, stretching the feet. And then lifting the knees, let the legs straighten and come to a downward facing dog. Take a breath. And let it go. On your inhale, the right leg will rise up. As you exhale, step the right foot through. Lower the left knee to the ground. Untuck your left toes and just make sure that your right ankle and knee are in line. We're going to sweep the arms up, find Anjali Asana, lift up. Press into the left top of the foot. Draw the right heel back. Reach the arms high. Tailbone tips down. Lower the hands to the earth. Curl your back toe. Take a runner stretch. Extending your right leg. We're going to turn the torso to the right and fold over the right leg. And notice if your toes start to go forward. Can you draw the toes back a little bit? As you inhale, stepping forward into your right foot, lift your back knee. We're going to let the feet meet at the front of the mat. Fold into yourself. Ground down to the feet, sweep your arms out and up, reach. As you exhale, mountain pose, front of your mat. Inhale, arms lift and reach. And exhale, dive. Find your breath, hands to the shins, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms. We're stepping back with the right foot and then the left and come to the top of a plank. Lower slowly down onto your belly, untuck the toes, take it into cobra pose, lift up, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, forehead to the ground, downward facing dog. On an in-breath, the left leg rises. As you exhale, left foot through to your left thumb. Lower your right knee to the ground and pause. Press your right top of the right foot into the mat.
Notice if your left knee and ankle are in line. Draw that left heel back to bring your right hip forward. Root down on the feet and rise up with the arms. Tailbone tips down, rounding the feet but reaching the arms. Inhale. As you exhale, hands to the earth. Curl your back toe, straighten that front leg, and take a runner stretch. So you might need to slide your left foot a little forward. Turn the torso to the left, fold. And again, notice here what your feet are doing. Are your toes starting to point? Can you draw the toes back towards your face a little bit more? Take another breath and let it go. We're going to inhale, step forward into the left foot, lift your right knee. As you exhale, let your feet meet at the front of the mat, fold it forward. Ground down on the feet, let's sweep the arms up. Root down to rise up, reach up through the fingers, hands to the heart, dive to the earth. Inhale, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, bend the knees. This time, left foot back, right foot back, top of the plank. If you're ready for a chaturanga, shift forward. Let the shoulders come in front of the fingers. Bend the elbows, draw them straight back and pause. Find the strength in your arms, your gaze just out in front, and then slide your body forward for upward dog. Pull the belly button to the spine, downward facing dog. On an in-breath, we're going to come up on the toes, bend the knees, look forward. And as you exhale, walk or float your feet to the front of the mat. When you arrive, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, forward fold. Ground down on the feet, sweep your arms out and up, reach. As you exhale, hands to the heart, mountain pose. Breath in, arms reach. Exhale, dive, pause. Lift and lengthen. Bend the knees and lower your seat. Weight shifts to the heels. Maybe even you lift the toes. Let your arms sweep behind you like wings. As you inhale, the arms come forward, lift the chest, chair pose. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath in. As you exhale, dive. Inhale, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, plant your palms, and we're going to bend the knees, stepping or floating back this time. Take your vinyasa your way, and downward facing dog. On an in-breath, the right leg will rise. As you exhale, right foot through to your right thumb. Pivot and plant your left foot and prepare for your warrior one. Root down on your feet. Start to rise up. Arms are last, so find the legs, find the hips. Send the arms to the sky, breath in and out. Take your hands to the hips. We're going to straighten that front leg and scoot the left leg in just a little bit. Guide your right hip back, left hip forward. Send the arms up to the sky. Inhale. As you exhale, we'll hinge forward, but sweep the arms behind you. Let your right thumb come into the right hip crease and draw the right hip crease. Then send the left arm forward and feel the right hand as it draws the right hip crease back. And as you reach the left arm forward, the left hip crease comes forward. Maybe you release the hip crease and reach the right arm behind you. Take a breath. And then cartwheel the arms down, stepping into your right foot just to let the left leg come all the way back. Take it to plank and your vinyasa here. And downward facing dog. Left leg is high on the in-breath. Exhale, left foot through to your left thumb. Pause, find your feet. Pivot and plant your right foot. Root down on the feet, start to rise. Let the arms be the last thing to come. Feet are strong, legs are strong, arms reach up. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to bring the hands to the hips, straightening your legs. Let the left hip drop back, right hip forward. Scoot your right foot in just a little bit. Take the arms up to the sky. Inhale, hinge forward. Sweep the arms behind you like wings. Left thumb to the left hip crease. Draw the left hip crease back. Let the heart come forward. Then your right arm reaches long out in front, and your right hip follows the guide of the right arm. Maybe you release that left hip crease and reach the left arm long behind you, and the left hip follows the left arm, and the right hip follows the right arm. Cartwheel the arms down, step into the left foot, just to step all the way back with the right. Find your plank pose, take your vinyasa, downward facing dog. As you inhale, up on the toes, bending the knees, looking forward. And as you exhale, walk or float your feet to the front of the mat. When you arrive, lift and lengthen, exhale and fold.
Bend into the knees, let the arms sweep behind you like wings, chest and thighs meet. And then sweep the arms forward, lift the chest as the arms come up. Find the weight in your heels, lift the toes. And then rock forward onto the toes and lift the heels. Squeeze the inner thighs towards one another. Bring the hands to the heart and start to lower down into your toe stand. Squeeze the legs in, balance here, taking the balance or moving into a crow pose. Letting your knees open wide, planting the palms on the mat. You're gonna lift your seat up nice and high and then find a connection with your legs, your knees, and your triceps. Rolling forward, look forward, feel your palms in the mat, and then let the legs just float up, point your toes. Pull the belly button in, round like cat. And either step back or float back. Take your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Take a breath. Just let it go. Let it go. As you inhale, the right leg comes up high. As you exhale, take the right foot through to your right thumb, pause. Keep that left knee lifted. Right ankle and knee are still in line. Your left hand stays, right arm peels up. Look up towards your right thumb. Keep lifting in your left thigh. Keep bending your right knee. Inhale and exhale. As you inhale, unwind. Right hand taps down. Step into the right foot. Find a supported warrior three. Even out the hips, flex your left foot. Heart comes forward, left leg draws back. Breath in. As you exhale, left foot meets the right, fold forward. Ground down to the feet, sweep your arms out and reach. As you exhale, dive back down. Take your breath, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, bend the knees. We'll plant your palms and step back with the right foot and then the left. Find your plank pose. Pause here in plank. Hold your plank. We're going to take your right foot and tap it just to the outer border of your mat. And then take your left foot and tap your left foot just to the outer edge of your mat. Breath in. As you exhale, we're going to walk the hands back towards the back of the mat. So your feet are as wide as your mat. Breath in. And as you exhale, fold. Take your left hand to your right ankle. Take your right fingers and tent them just outside your right leg. Inhale, take a breath. As you exhale, pull with the left hand on the right ankle and fold more over your right leg. So use your right fingers to press into the ground, turn your torso to the right, and fold like we did in our runner stretch. And then come back into center, inhale. As you exhale, right hand to the left ankle or leg, left fingers outside your mat, lengthen, fold, and pull your body to the left to fold over your left leg. Take another breath and fold it in. As you come back to center, lift and lengthen. And as you exhale, walk your hands out to plank pose. Inhale. As you exhale, maybe you hop the feet into touch and take your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. On an in-breath, the left leg rises. And as you exhale, left foot through to your left thumb. Right hand stays, left arm peels up, look up. Lift the right hip a little bit more. Take your gaze to that left thumb. And then inhale, unwind. We'll step forward, supported warrior three. Fingertips, blocks, whatever you want. Heart comes forward like cobra. Right foot long, right leg long, right foot flexed. Let your feet meet and fold. Ground down to the feet, sweep your arms up, reach up, lift up, look up. As you exhale, hands to the heart, dive down. Take your breath, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, bend the knees, plant your palms. We're going to step back this time with your left foot and then your right foot and come to the top of the plank. Pause here again, inhale. As you exhale, right foot taps out wide, left foot taps just as wide as your mat, just as wide. Breath in. As you exhale, we're going to walk it back again, walk it back. Take a breath in and out. Take your peace fingers to your big toes and wrapping the peace fingers around the big toes, take your thumb to the toenail. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and exhale, fold, elbows out to the sides. Shift the hips over the ankles. Fold yourself in. Take a breath in, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, pull a little bit more with the right peace fingers to the right side of your right leg. Come back into center and pull now with the left fingers coming a little bit more to the left. Back into center, lifting and lengthening. Release your fingers. As you exhale, walk it back out. Find your plank pose. Take a breath. As you exhale, either hop or step your feet to touch. Take your vinyasa. Come to a downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And let it go. Right leg comes high on the in-breath. Bend the knee, open your hip. Ground down on the left heel. And take your shoulders and even them out towards the front of the mat. Look under your left armpit to help guide the shoulders even. And then look for that right foot and flex your right foot. Draw the heel towards your seat. And then as you inhale, come back to center, extend the leg long. As you exhale, right knee to the left elbow, take your twist. Send that right foot through, and then turn to look at the front of the mat. Keep high on the ball of your left foot. Even out your shoulders as if your upper body is in plank pose and your right leg is extended to the left. Take a breath in. Maybe a little push up here. And then come back up. Slide the right leg into pigeon. Right ankle by the left wrist. Lower the right shin to the mat. We're going to walk your left foot back. Now, focusing on your left foot, gentle press in the top of the left foot so that it relieves some of the pressure in that left knee. Start to lower down onto the forearms and then notice your left hip and see if you can guide your left hip a little bit more towards your right heel. Melting into your legs now, finding the full stretch, coming onto your belly or staying in your Sphinx arms, using a block here for your head if you need it, or taking your forehead to the mat. Take another breath. And out. If your right hip isn't lifting enough, take a block and place a block under the right hip to give you a little bit more of a lift. 2 more breaths here. We're not here for long. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Let's come to the palms. Curl your left toe. Lift your left knee. Sweep that right leg up and back. Open your hip again. And then bring it back into center. Inhale. As you exhale, right foot through to the hands. Preparing for a high lunge now. So find your feet first, always finding the feet first. And root down to rise up. Arms are the last thing. Head lifts. Inhale, look forward. Looking just up maybe with your gaze. Tailbone tips down, little bend in the back knee. Breath in. As you exhale, arms come forward. We're going to peel the right arm back. Look towards your right thumb. Little surfer twist. Inhale. And exhale, flipping your left palm, reach up and back, right hand, left leg, left arm up. Find your little stretch. Inhale. As you exhale, back to surfer pose. Take your gaze forward. We're going to turn the right thumb down and step forward for a warrior 3. So here again, remember, right arm reaches back, right hip follows, left arm reaches forward, and we're going to even out the hips. Breath in. As you exhale, come back, high lunge, arms to the sky. Inhale. Bring your hands to the heart, prepare for a twist. So you can take your right hand to the right thigh, round like cat and hook the elbow, or you can round with the hands in prayer. Lift the belly off of the thigh and take your twist. Take a breath. And out. As you inhale, unwind, high lunge, reach up. As you exhale, hands to the earth. We're going to step back into a plank pose. And maybe this time, you're going to, you can either still tap or step or hop. We're going to hop the feet to the outside of your mat now. So before we were on the inner border, and now we're on the outer border of your mat. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, let's walk it back. Walk it back. So now feel like a little bit more of a wider pose here, but not quite wide as Prasarita. Take a breath in and fold forward. Now, the left hand comes to the center of your mat, right underneath your gaze. And I come up on my fingerprints, but if you have a block and you need the block, which you left here at the back of your mat, then take the hand to the block if you want. Right hand to the sacrum. Press into the left fingers, lengthen your spine, looking forward first like cobra pose. And then as you exhale, twist and look over the right shoulder, and maybe you reach the right arm to the sky. Use your left fingers to help guide you a little bit more into the twist. And then inhale, unwind. We're gonna walk forward. We'll get to the other side of the next round. Pause here, inhale. As you exhale, let's hop the feet forward together, and then vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Take a breath. And let it go. Left leg high on the in-breath, bending the knee, open the hip, round down on the right heel, look under the right armpit, and find your left foot. Flex your left foot, lengthen long through the left thigh and knee. Come back into center, inhale. As you exhale, left knee, right elbow, twist it out, and then shoot the left foot through. Turning the body towards the mat, find a plank pose with the top upper part of your body, even as this left leg twists. Take a breath. As you exhale, a little push up. And then we're going to slide the left leg in and to pigeon. Right leg goes long, right knee down, untuck the right toe. Press into the top of the right foot just a little to lift the knee, and then come to the forearms. My right hip guides its way to the left heel. If you need a block underneath your left hip, take it, or a blanket. If you want to soften a little bit more, bringing your belly towards the mat, do so. You can also stand the forearms or use one of the blocks that was left at the front of your mat. Inhale and exhale. Just 3 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Bringing the hands to the mat. We're going to start to lift the chest, curl your back toe, lift the back knee. We're going to send your left leg up and back again. Open the hip, look under the right armpit. As you inhale back into center, as you exhale, left foot through to the left thumb. And get ready for a high lunge here. Root down on the feet, rise up, sweep the arms last. Inhale. As you exhale, arms forward, and we'll peel the left arm back for your surfer pose. So you can bend your right knee. You don't need to be nice and strong and stiff. You can have a little bend. Take a breath and out. Look forward, turning your left thumb down. We're going to step forward into a warrior 3. Right arm reaches forward, left arm reaches back. And reach that left arm back and guide the left hip with it. Even out the right hip. Feel nice and long in the upper body. Inhale and exhale. We're going to come back, and I forgot to do our little reach up, so we'll do that now. Reach up with the right arm. Left hand finds the right thigh. Reach up and lift up. And then we'll take our twist. Right elbow, left outer thigh. Find your twist. Lifting the right thigh. And then inhale to unwind. Hands to the earth, step into plank. So either stepping or hopping, let the feet come out to the outer borders of your mat. And we're going to walk the hands back towards the feet for a short Kasarita. Toes are in, heels are out, pressing into the outer borders of the feet. Breath in and fold. Your right hand now comes to the midline. I'm up on my fingerprints, and then I take my left hand to my sacrum. I'm pressing into my fingerprints even so much that the right shoulder comes out of the socket a little bit. And then I look over my left shoulder and peel my left shoulder open. Pressing into the right fingers, lift the left arm up. My right fingers press down and maybe even pull a little to the right so that I can get into the twist a little deeper. As you inhale, unwind. Walk it back out into plank pose. You'll hop the feet in to touch and take your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. As you inhale up on the toes, bend the knees, let's look forward and walk or float your feet to the front of the mat. When you arrive, lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Ground down on the feet, sweep your arms out and up, reach to the sky. And as you exhale, hands to the heart. Bring your arms out and up, reach. And as you exhale, dive. We're going to ground down to the feet and bend the knees. Arms sweep up behind you like wings. And then let the arms sweep forward, take the chair pose. Bring your hands to the heart. Ground down on the right foot. Your left leg comes up and over. Maybe the left toes tap down,
or you can wrap for eagle legs. Your left arm under the right, either the hug or wrap the arms. Now lift the spine and lift the elbows up in line with the shoulders and press the fingers away. Squeeze the legs into the midline and sit into your chair. Find this eagle pose. Take your focus just through your forearms. And then inhale, unwind and let it go. Exhale, mountain pose. Breath in, arms lift and fold. Bend the knees, lower your seat, arms sweep back behind you. As you inhale, lift the chest, lift the arms, chair pose. Left leg grounds, hands to the heart, right leg up and over. You can use that right toe as a kickstand. Maybe you wrap it around. Right arm under the left, take your hug, wrap for eagle, and then lift up. Let the elbows lift, press the fingers away. Squeeze everything into the midline, and then bend your left leg into chair pose again. Squeeze it all in, breath in, and then exhale, let it go, let it go. Take an inhale, arms up, and exhale, dive. Inhale, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, plant the palms, step to plank. You're a vinyasa here if you want, or meet in downward facing dog, any way that you want to get there. Okay. As you inhale, right leg high. And as you exhale, right knee to left elbow. So we've been here. Shoot your foot through. Find that evenness of your shoulders. Breath in. As you exhale, we're either going to come all the way down on the hip or come back to pigeon. That's up to you. So if you're coming down on this right hip, start to lower the hip by bending the elbows. Keep your left toes curled under if you can, and come to your Sphinx arms. Now keep guiding the body a little bit more, upper body towards the front of the mat. I'm pressing a little bit more into my right arm to even out my shoulders. Try and keep your neck nice and long. Inhale. If you're in pigeon pose, just be in pigeon pose as you know it. Breath in and out. Then we're going to come to the palms, whether you're in pigeon or you're in your twisted pigeon. Press into the hands. We'll take that right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip, looking forward towards the thumbs. Maybe you start to shift forward and bring that right foot up and over for wild thing. Hips lift, arms open. As you inhale, unwind, take the right foot with you forward. High lunge, reach up, inhale. As you exhale, arms forward, peel it back, surfer twist. Left palm up, right hand to the left thigh, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, we're going to step forward. Find your revolved half moon. Left hand down, right arm up, look to the right thumb. As you inhale, take the gaze down, step it back, high lunge, inhale. Lower the left knee to the ground and release your hands. We're going to move into a Gomugasana pose here, so I'm just going to switch sides so you can see me. Walk the hands towards the right side of the mat, start to straighten your right leg, draw the hips back, and then rotate to bring the left knee underneath you. Right knee stacks over left. Too much? Take it to a cross-legged seated pose. But we're here before, sort of like an eagle, right? So in this pose, you want to make sure your sits bones ground. So shift your hips a little side to side, side to side. And then we're going to take the arms up, inhale. As you exhale, hands to the heart. We're going to twist left elbow to the right outer thigh. So you can hook and then go. You can also just take your left hand to the outer border of the right leg and the right hand to the sacrum. But take your twist your way. So if you want to get in nice and deep, take the left elbow in, press the palms into each other, and guide your heart towards your prayer. Take a breath and let it go. Inhale to unwind. We're going to bring the right arm under the left, wrap for eagle. Elbows lift, fingers press away. Breath in. As you exhale, fold, and maybe come a little into the twist here. Look to the right. Fold in. As you inhale, we'll come up, release the arms. Taking your gaze towards the front of the mat, towards your right foot, we're going to unwind the way that we came and find a standing split. So you're going to step into the right foot,
and take a standing split. Now, your left toes come all the way back. Your right foot meets your left in plank. We're going to hop the feet wide again. And maybe you're a little bit wider, but not quite in prasarita legs. Walk the hands back towards the back of the mat. Okay, so I'm just going to shift here so you can see. I'm at the back of my other mat. Okay, so I want you to take your hands over towards the right leg. And we've been practicing lifting those toes, right? So come on to the heels and lift your toes. And then walk towards the right side of the mat. And as you do, pivot your feet to the right and lower your feet down so that you're coming into a pyramid pose at the back of your mat. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, fold. We're going to take the right hand to the right shin or to a block and peel the left arm up for triangle pose. Left arm reaches. Look up to the left thumb. As you inhale, unwind. Your fingers are going to walk towards the center of your mat, and as you do so, come up on your heels, lift the toes, and pivot the feet towards center, and walk towards the left, and let the toes turn to the left for pyramid on the left side of your mat. Take a breath and lengthen, and as you exhale, fold here in pyramid. Your left hand can come to your left shin or a block. Just press into the left shin so that you can peel the right arm up to the sky. And then shift in the weight so the right arm reaches you up a little higher, and use your side body to get a little light on the left fingers. Beautiful. As you inhale, unwind. Come up on the heels, parallel the feet. Walk the hands forward and hop the feet back into center to take your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. On an in-breath, left leg high. Bending the knee, open the hip. Inhale, back to center. As you exhale, left knee, right tricep, shoot it through. Even out. Sorry. Even out your shoulders. And then maybe you take a little push-up, or you slide all the way down onto the left hip. You can also come to pigeon pose. Now my arms come out into Sphinx. I'm up on the ball of my right foot, and I'm pressing a little bit more into my left arm to get my torso to come parallel to the front of my mat. So either here in pigeon or with your left leg extended, just find this twist. Breath in and out. One more inhale and exhale. Let's come to the palms. We're going to press into the hands, lift the hip up, bring the left knee in, up and open the hip. Shifting forward like you're coming into plank, and then let that left foot come up and over, wild thing. Hips lift, left arm opens. As you inhale, unwind, take it to high lunge. Reach up. Arms forward, surfer pose. Left hand pulls back. Breath in and out. Looking forward, we're going to step into the left foot. Right hand down, left arm up. Revolve your half moon. Inhale. And exhale, unwind. We'll take it back. Now again, I forgot our flip up. So let's take the right arm up, left hand to the back of the left leg, right leg. And then right elbow, left outer thigh. For some reason my body doesn't want to do that. Take your twist. Take a breath. We'll unwind. And come to low lunge. Now, like we did on the other side, we're going to walk the hands around towards the left leg, and taking our legs into Gomukhasana, we're going to shift so that we come to sit, and your left leg is stacked on the right. Find your sits bones. Good. And then we're going to take a twist here. So your right elbow can round, you can hook. The right elbow, you can come from prayer, up to you. Press the right elbow into the left leg presses back, take your twist. And then as you inhale, you'll unwind. We're going to take the left arm under the right, wrap for eagle. Lifting the elbows, press the fingers away. Inhale, lift up, look up. Exhale, find your twist here. Come on up, unwind the arms.
look towards the front of the mat. Unwind towards the front of the mat, stepping into your left foot, right leg to the sky. Inhale. As you exhale, right toes back, left foot meets the right. Find a plank pose and hop the feet wide. Walking it back into Prasarita, a little bit shorter Prasarita. Here's where your blocks might help you. We're going to move into a revolved triangle from here. So let's take what we did and what we've learned, right? We're walking the hands over to the right side of the mat, lifting up on the heels and pivot the feet to the right. And then we're going to find this pyramid pose at the back of the mat. And if you want to take a block with you, you could take one of the blocks. They should be at the back of the mat with you. Your block can come to the inside of your right foot or the outside of your right foot. If you don't have the block with you, you can take the fingerprints to the mat or the floor or to your shin. We're going to lift up, find your length, right hand to the sacrum. Breath in. As you exhale, look over the right shoulder and open the right shoulder. Now remember to draw that right hip back, left hip forward, and then peel the right arm up to the sky. As you inhale, unwind. Walk towards the center of the mat, lifting up on the heels and pivoting around through center to the other side. Setting up for your revolved triangle here, maybe taking the block with you. Your right hand can come to the inside of the left foot or the outside. Left hand comes to the sacrum, even out the hips, maybe even notice you're drawing that left hip back or not. And then like this side for me is my tighter side, right? So notice that too. Take your hand to the sacrum, look over the left shoulder, and then the left arm comes up to the sky. Now my right hand helps a little bit here. I can feel my right fingers or my right hand press into the block and pull a little to the right to help let me get into the twist a little deeper. And then inhale, unwind. Whew. Come up on the heels, pivot back to the center, walk it back out. Let's hop the feet into touch. One last vinyasa here. Downward dog, drop to the knees, take a child's pose. Arms reach out and long, forehead to the mat, shift side to side, side to side. Come to sit on the heels, and let's sweep the legs out in front. Find your sits bones, draw the toes back, arms lift and reach, and fold forward. Take a breath and lengthen, and fold it in. Bring the hands right to the outer borders of the feet, right below your pinky toe onto the outside of your foot, and pull that part of your foot back. Take your thumbs to the lower knuckle of your big toe, press it forward. So the hands pull back, the thumb presses forward, and you fold in. Come on up, bend the knees, soles of the feet touch. Press the knees down, breath in, and fold forward. Elbows into the inner thighs. And then come on up. Now we're going to bring the legs out long again. Right knee in, right knee opens. Sole of the right foot to the left inner thigh, left toes to the sky. Breath in. As you exhale, turn the torso to the left and fold. Right hand to the outside of your left foot to help guide you into the twist a little bit more. Right sits bone grounds, right knee is grounding and lengthening. Well, come on up. Bring your right hand behind you, left hand up high, lift your hips. Get your back bend. Lower your seat to the ground. Extend your right leg long, left knee in. Come into Jani Sirsasana, left foot to the right inner thigh, arms lift and reach. Torso turns to the right, fold over your right leg. Left hand to the outside of your right foot if you can. It can also be the outside of your right leg. Lengthen and fold over the right leg. Now down on the left knee, lengthen long through the left hip, sits bone, reach your heart forward. Sometimes it even helps here for me when I have my hand on the foot to press my elbow forward pull my foot, push the foot into the hand, and fold over. It's a lot. I know it's a lot. And it seems like this is just an easy pose, but there's always something that's an action and a reaction. Come on up. We're going to bring your left hand behind, right arm sweeps up, lift your hips, get your back bend in, lower the hips to the ground. We're going to extend your left leg long and roll down to your back. Bring the knees to the chest, take the legs to the sky. Coming back to where we were in the beginning of class, just legs up to the sky. If you want, you can take a block and place it under your sacrum, or coming into a plow pose, you can bend the knees, bring the knees and legs up and over, use the arms, take the legs up and over, tap the toes down, back of the mat if you want. You can also just stay with legs to the sky. If you want to take it into shoulder stand, take the hands to the sacrum, get those elbows in underneath you, and pull up on the skin of your back. So just pull up on the skin of your back to help you get more onto the shoulders. And then support yourself with your hands on the sacrum and the elbows on the mat, and lift one leg up at a time and come to shoulder stand. Looking up at the legs, take a breath here. Maybe wrapping into eagle legs if you want. Unwrapping and coming to the other leg. Unwrap the legs and then take it to plow. Use the hands to help the guiding the seat back towards the mat. And then like we did in class, left leg starts to fall. Bring it up. And then the right leg comes down. Bring it up. And if you want to take both at a time, same time, go ahead, nice and slow, let the legs land. Take the hands under the sacrum, or press into the palms, press into the forearms, lift your chest up, and then open the throat, come to the top of the head for fish. Close your eyes, maybe take your gaze to your third eye here. Keep that focus and lift the chin in towards the chest, release the arms out and come back to Shavasana pose. And start here active like we were at the beginning. So we're going backwards here now. You're active. Your body is tense and strong and active and waiting for what's to come. Breath in. And then as you exhale, working your way from the top, let's soften the jaw. Soften the arms. Breath in. As you exhale, start to melt the body, the torso into the mat. Legs are still on. Take a breath in. As you exhale now, let the hips, knees, and toes just splay open. Let them roll open. Find your most relaxed pose here possible. Take a breath in. As you exhale, soften everything. Take your gaze to your third eye. Breathe slowly and with intention. Find stillness here just for a moment. Deep breath in and let it go. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes and rock your head from side to side. With the breath in, the arms come overhead, maybe clasp the fingers, flip the palms, and then hug the knees to the chest and rolling to one side or the other, pause. Just reminding of our quote today, your attention is so powerful. Companies will pay millions of dollars just for 30 seconds of it. Where focus goes, energy goes. Power is in deliberately placing our focus on what you love to do with the intention of growth. By doing so, you will grow your own dreams, ideas, and your life. When you learn how to focus your energy, amazing things happen. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, press yourself up to a comfortable seated pose, facing the front of your mat. Place your hands on your thighs, gently press your thighs down to the earth and walk your hands to the kneecaps. Clasp your kneecaps with your hands. Inhale, lift your heart forward. As you exhale, bend the elbows, bring your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in and out. Joining our voices in the sound of Om. Inhale.